What's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Yin. If you guys don't know, I'm an actress here in LA. I have been getting a lot of requests to do more acting related videos. So basically this video altogether is things I wish I knew before I started acting. These are things I wish people told me when I first started. Like, honestly, I'm the only person in my family that said, you know what, I want to go into the entertainment industry. I want to be an actress. Let's do this. And that was just always a dream of mine, and none of my family members knew how to do it. Like, they didn't know how to start, they didn't know where to go, they didn't know what to do, they didn't know what I needed, they didn't know anything. And I feel like that just freaking sucks because I had to do so much research on my own. These are just things I just wish I knew. Like, I wish somebody would have told me these things. I really do. So the first one is union and non-union. I really didn't know about union and non-union until I knew about it. So here it is. If you are an actor, you need to aim to be in the union. The union is something that is going to make sure, one, you have coverage. Also gonna make sure that you just get better auditions. With non-union, it's not like you don't get auditions, because you can still audition for big projects. It just takes the studio a lot more to consider you, just because when you're in SAG-AFTRA and when you're in the union, you automatically are just looked at as more of like, okay, this person has coverage, they're okay, they're in it, they're in it to win it. And basically non-union and union, I don't want to say it weeds out the people of who wants to act and who doesn't, but that's how people see it. So my biggest suggestion is to try and get into the union. I know you can do it a couple of different ways, whether it's working background or making your own film and casting a certain amount of union people, or there's a lot of tricks and ways to do it. Tap Hartley, there's just a billion ways to do it. So, but bottom line, with non-union, you do get paid a lot less, and they do rip you off when it comes down to your payment, which I will get into payments later, but they will rip you off. If something happens on set, I can call SAG and be like, so-and-so, like, this is not right, this is da-da-da, you know, and they will have my back. Versus if all I have is non-union, it's really hard to find a source that will help me get through the troubles that I'm having on set. Financial wages and expectations. Now, when people think that just because you're on TV, you have all this money, which, yes, you know, it is nice money and residuals do roll around, but I think people are forgetting that, like, there's only about like 3% of actors who are really like A-list celebrities, okay? Like, that's a thing. That's like, it's not every actor that you see is A-list. And that being said, I think a lot of people have, like, they see people on a couple of TV shows and think they're just filthy rich and that's it, like, they're good, they're chilling, and it's like, no, it's actually very hard to be a consistent actor. I think people should know that right now. It's very hard. Just because you're on TV does not make you rich. I don't know why a lot of people think that, but that's just not the case. And if you do it right and you save your money and you have savings, yes, you can, yes, it will be beneficial in the long run with the payments that you get. But living out here in LA, LA is super expensive, right? So let's say, for instance, you book this role and they're saying, okay, here's 50 grand for the role. It's pretty short, you know, you only have a couple lines, but you're very meaningful in the role. And so then there's boom, okay, boom, you have 50 grand. Now you gotta take out tax. Now you gotta take out lawyer fees. Now you have to take out manager's fees. Now you gotta take out agent fees. Then you gotta, you know what I mean? And then before you know it, you're left with a certain amount. And then with that certain amount, you have to make sure rent is paid, make sure bills are paid, everything that you've been trying to hold off on, you have to make sure that is paid now. It's just it's a whole thing. And I think people need to realize that if you're going into acting for the money, then you should not become an actor. I'm telling you that right now. It takes a lot of training. It takes a lot of casting directors to be very comfortable with you. It takes, if you do it, you know, if you really want to be an actor, you'll make it happen, and it will happen for you, and you just manifest that. I just want people to know that I just don't want people to get disappointed. You know what I mean? Because I was very disappointed when I saw my first check versus how much I signed that contract. And I was like, oh, bet, like, I'm finna be rolling. And after everybody got their money and taxes were done, it was like, oh, this is the realistic version of what I thought I was gonna get. When you see actors going, oh my God, so-and-so got like a $10 million deal for this role in, you know, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Take that tax out. And we're gonna take out all the stuff that they have to fee everybody. This is not even just, these are just things that there's so many more fees involved depending on how many people are involved in the contract process and how many people are involved in getting you a certain pay amount, a certain trailer, a certain, you know what I mean? You have to pay all these people off. So there's publicists as well. Look at that, there's another thing about publicists. People don't know, but publicists cost money. You pay them ahead of time and then they get you these bookings on these TV shows, on these, you know, interviews, and they're making you more known to get you more roles. But people don't know that they cost a lot of money. Like, publicists don't play no games, they cost money. So that's just another thing I just really wanted to like put out there, because I feel like that does get swept under the rug a lot as an actor, and people don't talk about that enough. So there's that. Next thing is, yes, I feel like a lot of people, and just, I don't know, maybe some people know it. I knew this, but some people don't. And y'all, there's gonna be like 12, 15-hour days. That's just gonna be a thing. And if you can't handle that, do not do it. If you can't wake up at, you know, they're saying, okay, cut, you know, you have 2 scenes off and then we're gonna need you back at 2 a.m. for this really sad crying scene, and you just took a nap, and you better wake your ass up and be ready for that 2 hour, be ready for the next 2 hours to cry. So, and if you feel like you can't do that, honey, I don't even know what to tell you, because acting is like that. It's very long, super long days. It's a lot of hard work. I don't know why people feel that actors just show up on set, get their hair and makeup done, and say a couple of lines on the camera, and boom, that's it. The career is officially taking off, and it's just, that's it. It's like as if it's just magically just done, and it's not. Acting is a lot of hard work, and it's emotionally draining, especially if you have emotional scenes. And overall, it's a lot, and people just brush it off all the time, and I think that people just see the glitz and glamour of acting, and they don't see what actors actually go through. They don't see us learning the lines. They don't see us going in millions of times to get our clothes checked. They don't see the process of hair and makeup sometimes. Sometimes makeup doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Sometimes hair doesn't know what the hell they're doing. You might get on set and you're dealing with somebody that's not your race, that's dealing with your hair. That's a whole nother issue within itself. So people don't see that. They just see you're on TV and that's cool. They don't understand the backups and having to call my managers, having to call my agents, you know, or something, hey, I'm getting double. They don't see any of that, okay? So I'm just letting you know that it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it's just as much work as a 9-to-5. In fact, I feel like it's more work than a 9-to-5, because you don't say, okay, I'm clocking in at 9, I'm clocking in at 5. No, you never know what your day is gonna look like on set. For one day you can be working for an hour, the next day you can be working for 12 hours, the next day you can be working for 15, the next day it's all over the place. And so it's in the daytime, so we're fine. But if I have a night scene the next day, that's it. I have to do the night scene. I can't be like, oh, you know, I need 2 days to rest to make sure that I'm awake for the night scene. No, it doesn't work like that. You're on production schedule, and productions are wasting money. If they're wasting money, they're gonna make sure you're gonna be there on time. And if you can't do that, they will find someone else for the job. So that's what I'm trying to say about how important it is. Like, it's a lot of work, and some people don't understand that. Like, some people don't get it, and you need to get it if you're trying to be an actor. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. So there's that. The next tip that I do have is not everything is shot in LA. And I know that comes to like, oh, that should be a no-brainer, like duh. Oh, like, you know, Chi-Town shoots in Chicago, or, you know, like things like that. Like, yes, but a lot of people do not know that a lot of things just don't shoot in LA. LA is just mostly like a main source of connections and getting good agents and managers, and you can get a good agent and a manager anywhere, okay? So don't limit yourself to just being only in LA, of like finding something and that you just have to be in LA to like do. I will say that LA is really great with connections, and it's really great for auditions, but most of the time they're shooting like really big projects. They're shooting in Canada, they're shooting in North Carolina, they're shooting in Atlanta, they're shooting in all these different places. One, because it's cheaper, because LA charges like an arm and a leg for like studios rentals and just location rentals, all that in general. But I'm just saying, like, aside of that, like, a lot of TV shows and stuff, yes, do shoot here, but like really big projects, a lot of them shoot all over the place. And I feel like just because you move to LA doesn't mean you're staying in LA when it comes down to your roles. You might get booked on a show and it shoots for like 6 months in Canada, but your house is in LA. So you gotta figure it out. You gotta make it, and you gotta know how to make it work. A lot of people don't know that, and I just think that's important to tell you guys, because I don't know, it's just, I don't know. I thought people knew about stuff like that, but I guess not. So that's just something that I'm also mentioning on here. So for the next one, you need to invest in yourself. And this is something that I feel like a lot of actors do know, but I just want to recap as well. You need to invest in yourself. Investing in yourself means headshots. Investing in yourself means making demo reels. Investing in yourself means buying clothes for just specifically auditions. Investing in yourself means training, working on your craft all the time. Like, you have to invest in yourself. The way I invest in myself, I have my own cinema cameras. I'm shooting my own short films. I am getting my headshots taken yearly. I am in classes when I need to be, and I'm also, you know, I just have friends around me that are also in this field, so it does make me feel a little bit more, I just feel like I have reliable people to go to. So I do feel like just investing in yourself is extremely important in this industry, because no one's gonna see you unless they know that you see yourself, if that makes any sense at all. I was trying to get a little deep there. I don't know if that was really working. It's very important to see yourself where you want to be in order for it to happen, because it's not going to happen with someone else. You need to see it. You feel me? So I think that's really important, and it's just a really big thing. So the next one is, I think this is super important, and I said, you don't have to be the greatest actor of all time to be successful. I think before you get into this industry, you need to know what you're willing not to do. But what, like, for me, like, what are you willing not to do? And I feel like that's really important. What will make me say no? Like, I know for a fact I'm not doing nudity on camera. I'm not doing that. And I've let my agents and my managers know there's no nudity, you know? And I didn't set that bar when it was time, when I first signed with them. And so when I get sent on these auditions, then you get scared of saying like, hey, you know, I'm not really comfortable. Some people really just do the audition because they're so scared of telling their agents, hey, look, I'm not comfortable with this. Know what you're comfortable with and set that at the bar at the very beginning. When you're signing on with your agent and manager, let them know what you're not willing to do. Hey, I'm not willing to do stereotypical black roles that are downplaying us black women. I am not willing to do nudity on camera. I am not willing to do blah blah blah, and so and so and so. And it's very important to just know what you're willing to get into and what you're not willing to get into. And I feel like that's something that should not come when the audition comes. It should come when you're signing. And when you're signing that contract with your agency managers, or whether you sign a contract at all, I think it's just super important to do that. And that way you know what you're worth, that you know what you're willing to do, and your agency managers are knowing what you're willing and willing not to do. And that way it'll just save a lot of time when it comes down to the auditions and they're sending you out on stuff. It'll save that awkward conversation that you think you'll even have. It's not even awkward. It should never be awkward. You should just say it straight up and be like, I'm not doing this and I refuse this audition. It's just that simple. And if you have a really good agent and manager, they will be like, okay, we understand. If they're trying to pressure you into doing something that you're not comfortable with doing, then that's just not agent and manager that you need to be with. Keeping it lit. So the next one is waiting to get casted. A lot of people don't understand how long it takes to get casted. I mean, sometimes it's super short, depending if like it's a guest star, you know, kind of thing, or like a one-liner, super quick. But a lot of the times when you're casting for when they're casting for really big roles, it takes a while to get casted, and there's a lot of processes to go through. There's you know, multiple auditions, then there's the screen test, you know, chemistry reads, the producer sessions, there's all of that jazz. And then as well as just even smaller roles in general. Smaller roles also just take long, and sometimes you don't hear anything. Like when I first started, I thought I was gonna do the audition and I was gonna hear, you know, hey, no, we didn't choose you because this and that, or this and that, or this and that. No, I just didn't hear back. When you just don't get the part, you don't hear back. You don't hear anything. I mean, you can maybe see if your manager and agent's able to get you like some information that the casting told them, like, hey, I just feel like we just went another. And if they say that we just went another route, honestly guys, that can literally mean anything. Like whether the producers didn't like you, or you know, casting found a blemish that they just didn't want to deal with, or there's just all kind of reasons. Like if they're going, we just decided to go another route, it could mean a million different things. And you have to have thick skin in this industry in order to take it. You have to, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the damn kitchen. Y'all already know that freaking saying. That's pretty much it. Those are like the main tips that I have for actors who are either just starting out or who just, you know, it's just always a refresher. I feel like these are just some things that I wish I knew before I started. And yeah, and I really hope to help people, and I hope that I helped you guys at any chance. But again, thank y'all so much. Whether you watched my whole video or clicked around at the end of the day, you still clicked on my video and showed some kind of support, and I thank you for that. Also, if you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, you guys can follow me here. Thank y'all so much, and I appreciate it. I know I do not do a lot of acting videos. I don't know. I'm starting to get a little bit more used to it, but there's that. But yeah, I'm just gonna take a really quick thumbnail, and I'm gonna basically, yeah, the video is pretty much over. But thank y'all so much. Let me know down below if you guys have any suggested videos and anything that you guys want me to cover. Again, if you guys have questions, go ahead and leave them down below. And thank y'all so much. And if you guys do decide to join the Yin fam, you can, and hit that subscribe button. Again, thank y'all so much, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.